once it happened, right, and you're, obviously how your mind works in the moment
Yeah.
is crazy. You're flooded with thousands of thoughts, and like your recollection of that is like all of this stuff happened inside of probably 10, 20 seconds.
Right.
And obviously the road was quite long to get back to this point. But take us back to just, that the moment when you do it and it's sinking in what happened, and then just processing it, and then and take us into the injury itself in terms of how you got it fixed, and the type of pain that you were enduring.
So when I came home, I was thinking, okay, I'm done benching. And even that bench meet, in my mind, because I was having back problems, I was like, I'm done competing. I'm not benching no more. My shoulders are killing me. Now my back's hurting. And so even in my mind, I was like, I was still going to work out, but I'm not going to compete and have to do so much weight. And so I was already that kind of frame of mind before it happened. So then after it happened, I was like, yeah, I'm done. It wasn't a giving up thing or quitting thing. It was just me thinking, I'm definitely done now. This finalized it. No more crazy bench pressing. So when I did go back to the gym, I wanted to be as healthy and as strong as I could be without the pain of training. As anyone knows out there, when you train heavy, most people are going to be in pain because it's so hard on your body. So I didn't want to do that no more, but I wanted to still be strong without that hardcore training. So I started with the bar, and as I started progressing, I started having thoughts in my head, man, imagine if I could double bench press my body weight again, but it has to be at a meet, at an official meet. That's my own way of thinking. And I started thinking, man, that would be a pretty cool witness right there. If I could do, and I didn't know if I could do it. And it took 5 years, because I think I told you in my email about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went to a competition, and I tried going to competitions before this, but I'd hurt my wrist or I'd get sick or something always happened. So finally, after 5 years, and then with the virus, totally ruined my training, and I had to train in my basement. And to be honest, the training I do in my basement is nothing like how I train in the gym, but praise God it worked. So long story short again, I went to a meet. I was able to double bench my body weight. I weighed in at 163 and I believe it was 327. So that was awesome. And if you see the video, it went up so easy.
Dude, you looked like you could have had 30 more pounds on that bar.
It was
easily.
Awesome. So then I saw the world record was, I think it was 336. So I attempted the world record, and I did 337.9, I believe. That's what I did. Anyway, I broke the world record for a 50-year-old. So that was unbelievable.
For a raw lift.
Raw lift.
This is 100% raw.
Yeah, 100% raw federation,
right?
Yeah.
Which is funny because we used to do a lot of sponsoring.
Yeah, that's how I met you guys.
Of that. That's how you first met.
Yeah.
In fact, if you go back to like 04, 05, 2004, 2005, back before I officially worked for Critical Bench, I'm a childhood friend of the founder, Mike Westerdahl. We grew up together playing high school football, and we were just always close. And he would just kind of pick up the phone and call me and say, hey, I'm sponsoring a meet up, in Orlando or up in Virginia or, whatever. Would you want to just come and hang out? I'll pay for everything. You just come, we get to hang out, we get to go to the meet, and spot, and we got the Critical Bench banners up and stuff,
and
it was so much fun. But I always had a tremendous amount of respect for the raw lifters, because they're not, for anyone listening who's not sure what we're talking about, raw or using equipment, when you work with very heavy loads, a lot of people will use a certain amount of equipment to help them in the lift, to facilitate the lift, to be able to stretch the limits of their ability, whether you're wearing a bench shirt or all the wraps around this, that, and the other body part. When you're in the 100% raw, it's just you and the weight.
Yep.
At this point, it's you and the weight. There's really nothing helping you anymore, because you can do there's a lot of practice involved, but you can do a substantial more amount of weight with wearing a bench shirt.
A lot more. You can do 400. Well, they might do more now, but years ago they would add 400 pounds just by wearing a bench shirt. The pros. So who knows how much they help.
Like a 2-ply type shirt or something like that. Yeah. I remember Mike. He was raw lifting in the low 400s, but and then with a lot of practice using a shirt, he was benching in the 600s.
Yeah.
With a shirt, which is, immediately you're 50% stronger if with practice wearing one of these shirts.
It's a different sport altogether. Yeah,
it's a different sport altogether. So amazing as a 50-year-old man in 50 masters, right?
Yep.
You master class. You have a world record for a raw bench press at 337. I think you said.
Yeah, 337 and something. And the funny thing is, I was looking up state records. I was like, maybe I have a shot at a state record. Who knows? And so I looked at the open, and it was 380. I was like, oh, I'll never get that. And I still hold the state record. It was me. I was like, oh, that's my name. So I showed my son.
Me, dude.
I was like, look, that's your dad's name. Because he always gives me a hard time because he's 12 now, and he doesn't quite understand. He knew what I used to bench, and he always says, Dad, you just did 315. It looked hard. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Get strong. You used to be strong. He gives me a hard time. But anyway, it was neat to see. I still hold a record in the state record, but it was 380 at 165.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That's amazing.
So
then, that's impressive numbers, man. That's fantastic at that body weight to be able to move that much weight. That's great. I love it.
And then one more thing to the story, which is pretty cool. So I also have been training curls because for many years I had a bad wrist. So I've been training curls, and a lot of my buddies do the curls. And one of them has the world record in the 198 class. And anyway, so I entered the curls. I ended up getting a world record in the curls for the old man 50 class. But it's only...
Same meet.
Same meet, same day. And the open record itself is only 4 more pounds. I shouldn't say only because 4 pounds with curls can be a lot.
Yeah, big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 154, and anyway, I did 150. So I was just shocked and happy, and thankful to God because even the week before, I could barely even bench 315 at home. So I was blessed. It was a good day.
Wow, man. Yeah, that's a great day right there. And then again, the strict curl competition. This isn't just like swinging the bar up.
No, it's strict.
Take us through. I think a lot of people can visualize the bench press. You're laying on a bench, you got the bar, you bring it down to the chest, you press it out clean. Which, if you go on, John, we're going to share his Instagram handle here a little bit later, so you can go and watch that video, which I watched multiple times. Cool. And again, he looked like he could have easily handled a lot more weight on that press. A strict curl. Describe what a strict curl looks like. It's a much different setup.
So they have a platform, which is kind of like the bench press, but it's standing straight up. So same as a wall. And your butt and your back has to stay on that wall. And your feet can only come out so far. They have a line that you can't cross, and so wide. And your legs have to be straight. So it's super strict curl, which is a good thing because it's easier for them to judge if you mess up. And you hold the weight, and they say curl, and then you got to hold it. And you got to hold it up there for a couple seconds until they say down. And then when they say down, you still got to hold it till they say rack. And it's really strict, but it's fun, especially being a bencher. Now I got, I was like, well, now I got something I can really get into, but since I did pretty good at benching, I can't give that up yet. So anyway, I got 2 things I'm having fun with.